What's going on, you guys? This is Bach the Rock, and today, guys, we are going over about what happened with an incident at the ABC Pizza over in Seoul in the Hongdae area. If I got it right, if I butchered the name, I do apologize. It's just been one of those kind of days where you can get some stuff right, some days you can get stuff butchered. So it is what it is. Ugh. Oh, and sorry if I'm getting up, moving around. My stand's not acting right today, so I'm hoping I can get it right to stand up. So if it weeble wobbles or falls over or something, that's just basically what I'm going through right now. Anyway, guys, so just so we can get caught up, I'm going to be going over my perspective of the whole incident, and basically I am going to put in my 2 cents in. So if you guys heard about the incident from Legal Mindset, that is good. If you guys haven't heard about the incident, then I will fill in some of the pieces. I'll even post clips and videos down below. So if you guys want to see that perspective, read the description. So it started off with a drunk Johnny Somali, a.k.a. Ramsey Kahlid Ismale, and his buddy Gino going to a pizza parlor. So apparently they was meeting up with another IRL group, and basically Gino claims one of the IRL streamers owed them money, and they showed up with an intent to cause trouble. So when they showed up for intent to cause trouble, one of the IRL streamers did a custom, like if you want to make peace, you give someone something, like what we usually do. Like if you got 2 friends fighting, you bring a piece, like chocolate cake or muffins or stuff like that. Well, Johnny Somali, a.k.a. Ramsey Kahlid Ismale, decided to say, no, we are not doing that. We are not showing up to make peace. We are showing, basically they were just cause a disaster. Now, mind you guys, and from the clip, if you guys, like I said, if you guys watch Legal Mindset's clip, that's good. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'll leave both the uncensored and censored versions down below, and I'll even post up clips. But basically, it led to an altercation. All right. The 2 were drunk and was harassing a couple of the IRL streamers, and they were throwing around choice of wordings that were unbecoming of gentlemen. And to top the A-list of the playlist, Ramsey Kahlid Ismale, a.k.a. Johnny Somali, he decided to pretty much use all kinds of slurs, racisms, internationalisms. I don't know if that makes sense, but long story short, he caused so much of a humbug that basically he had a whole bunch of people deciding to jump in. Now, and I'll explain why that works, because, like I said, Johnny Somali, a.k.a. Ramsey Kahlid Ismale, and his buddy Gino were intoxicated. They were harassing people for money, or they was harassing someone for money. They were obstructing a business. They were doing all sorts of odds and ends that basically he was starting all kinds of humbug. So it led to a big tussle and bustle, but basically at the same time, they was trying to stay on the street, but they was also causing obstruction of business, because it happened outside a pizzeria in Seoul called ABC Pizza. which I've read online that they had some pretty good food. So, you know, if I'm ever in Seoul, I'll give it a try. But beside the point, it's just that basically with all the mess that happened, basically Johnny was going around and calling girls words that a gentleman never calls a female. And I'm not going to get too far into it, but he threatened on a couple of the girls. I'm not going to say the word, but it starts with an R and ends with PE. So I'm not going to say the word because I don't know, because for one thing, you know, but three of the IRL streamers, they basically stepped up trying to get Johnny and Gino to back off. They eventually backed off, but apparently things rustled down because apparently they were just being stupid, okay? Now, mind you guys, this did remind me of a time, a place me and a friend of mine went to, all this crap went down. Now, if you guys want to hear that story, give this video 800 likes, maybe 900 likes, and sooner or later I will see about telling that story. But, you know, that depends if I make them like margin. But I'm jumping around again. But to stay on topic, long story short, Johnny Somali and his pal Gino were using words of that were unbecoming of a gentleman. They were stepping up to females, and they were doing all that crap. And guys, I'm going to tell you, and Legal Mindset even pointed this out. If you guys seen some of his vids, I mean, like before he became a little bit of a chicken, and I mean a chicken like, hey, you might as well pluck his feathers, turn him into KFC kind of chicken. But he basically steps, like he thinks he's man enough to step up to women and elderly. But when it comes to an actual man who wants to step up and fight, and I'm pointing at me example because I'm a man, you know, but he backs down. And Legal Mindset's even pointed this out too. He even said in one of the videos that whenever Johnny Somali, a.k.a. Ramsey Kahlid Ismale, sorry, he ain't Moby Dick, he ain't the captain of a ship. I gotta start saying his name right. But whenever he talks big game, he's either threatening women and elderly, but when it comes to man, he backs down. His boy Gino does the same thing. So I've noticed that, everybody's noticed that, and basically all they do is talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. So, long story short, from what I've got from the details, you know, I've heard from some videos everyone's doing all right, but I think Johnny Somali needs to get a little bit longer sentence. And he needs to take a class on etiquette. Because believe you and me both, it's not right to talk to a woman the way that he did. Okay, if I botch your name, I do apologize. Slay Preppy 2024. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I mean, like the whole conflict was bad. I mean, and we're talking about the same Johnny Somali and Gino, who's traveled all over the world, caused all kinds of mishaps, and this is, and I'm avoiding cussing, guys. So you know, but this is the I need to replace a word, but this is the dumb Akihabara that thinks. I'm talking about the whole Johnny Somali thing, but basically, This is the same. This is the same guys that traveled to Israel, Thailand, Japan, and South Korea, and did all kinds of stupid shenanigans. And still, they're you know, they just don't learn. And so they just don't learn. Like, I'm sorry, but you guys got to think about it this way. If you're traveling to different, and I've covered this in a couple of my videos, but if you're going to travel, make sure you know the laws, you know what's okay and what's not okay. You pack a translator, and you make sure you study up on your laws before you travel anywhere. But Johnny Somali and his pal Gino just thought that, oh, hey, you know, we'll travel from here to there, do what we want. Both of them are despicable. Okay, like, I don't know if it was Korea he said this, but Johnny Somali compared himself to 3 people. And you guys might know what I'm talking about when I say these names. But they were talking about Epstein, R. Kelly, and P. Diddy. You know, he compared himself to that. And he was calling him the most evil person behind the camera. Well, those weren't his exact words, but basically, that's as close as I'm going to say. Because, like I said, I don't use anything wrong. But beside the point, from what I could tell, that he's basically going to be getting his comeuppance, though. Because, like I said, Legal Mindset let us know that his trial date will be December 20th. So, and here's the good news from what I could tell. He's already getting a lawsuit for the business obstruction of the 7-Eleven. And if you guys saw that clip, basically he pours ramen all over the place, throws it around, acting like a child, blaring music, basically obstructing the business. Now, the other one he did was the Latte World in South Korea, which basically in Latte World, he had, and this is what gets me. He gets I can't even speak right. Text to speech through his Bluetooth speaker, but he doesn't learn, hey, if it's loud, turn it down. Now, honestly, I think JBL, the makers of the speaker, needs to sue Johnny Somali because basically he's using their product to cause all kinds of major trouble. Sorry guys, I'm still waking up a bit, so if I'm stuttering like Porky Pig, then you know. But like I said, the Latte World incident. Basically, he was in line. A bunch of his viewers was sending all kinds of bells and whistles through the speaker, like graphic stuff. I'm not going to repeat everything from start to finish, but from what I could tell, was they were sending like really graphic stuff. Again, in the category. So I'm not going to repeat everything, but I know like one of his viewers repeated on a monorail that he had an explosive, and basically he got arrested for that. Which is why I'm even sitting there thinking, okay, if he's an IRL streamer and he has a speaker, it's common sense. Like if someone's going to send something like that, you can just block it out before it plays. But because of all the attention he's getting, he's basically clout farming. But the funny thing is, he's accusing other streamers that he was harassing at the pizza joint in Humday Seoul, ABC Pizza. He was framing others for clout farming or stuff like that. It ain't clout farming if they're already there. So if I recall correctly, from what I gathered, they were at the restaurant first. Johnny and Gino just showed up because they knew one of the IRL streamers, and then basically started the ruckus. Okay, now there were a few points that I would made. The one IRL streamer I told you that offered the alcohol, she was moving her arms and stuff and throwing it up and down, but accidentally sprayed one of the two. And basically, she got soju, from what I was understanding, Korean soda or Korean alcohol. I don't know if it's a Korean soda or Korean alcohol, but they threw it in her face, which also got in her eyes. So that's the kind of part that kind of irks me a little bit. Because like I said, if there's one thing I know about being a gentleman, if there's trouble, you step in. Like if it's a lady and a guy, if something's going too far, you try to step in and solve the situation without resorting to violence, which I do not condone. Now, and like I said, it kind of reminded me of a time I had to put up with something like this in my past, at which, like I said, if this video gets 800, 900 likes, I will share that story. But beside the point, all I know is that with the situation that went around, Johnny Somali is basically facing obstruction of business from 3 different businesses. He's already got a trial for the 7-Eleven debacle. If Lotte World, if I can say the name of the place right, if Lotte World decides to press charges, then he's going to get another one for that, for obstruction of business. And now the pizza parlor place, the ABC Pizza, now if they press it, that's going to be 3 obstructions of businesses that he could get sued for. And like the old saying goes, screw around and find out, and basically he did. That's like if you're wearing red and you put yourself in a bullpen. Pretty much the bull's going to chase after you. And let's face it, if you guys remember the Everybody Loves Raymond scene, when Robert's in the bullpen and he's climbing the fence, that's Johnny Somali. He kind of got a horn right in the backside and does not learn. That's pretty much his shtick. He gets a horn in the backside and he doesn't learn. He's been every place he has been, and let me rephrase everything that's happened to Johnny Somali, which is funny. So he goes to Israel. He starts harassing a female, I don't know if it was a female Israeli officer or what, but he starts harassing a female officer. He winds up getting contained by male officers, and they practically had to pick him up to carry him to the police car. And he keeps on shouting, I'm an American. Yeah, which I don't think we should be claiming him after that. He goes to Thailand, and basically he goes into a restaurant to harass other IRL streamers, and basically gets his phone thrown in the water. And he even harasses IRL streamers in South Korea. Plus, he gets his butt kicked. And I'm going to give a big shout out to a Korean YouTuber. I won't say his name on here, but I'm giving him a big shout out because, for starters, he did one thing to honor Korea. And he literally, and that should have taught Johnny Somali a lesson. So if you guys don't remember this, a Korean YouTuber literally stepped up to Johnny Somali, literally clocked him hard enough for what he did in their culture. And then he decided, and he got arrested by the Korean police, which he did get released. He got processed, he got released, because like I said, Korea's law system is highly different, okay? But now he has to go through the whole process of with what happened and stuff like that. And honestly, with respect, he actually did everyone, I mean, like, he literally actually did everyone a favor. Like I said, I don't condone violence, but when he clocked Johnny Somali, that should have clicked a few gears in Johnny's brain, or Ramsey Kahlid Ismale's brain. Hey, why am I doing this stupid stuff? I've already made I'm already public enemy number one. Maybe I should stop ahead before things get worse. Nope. Instead, it got a lot worse. Keynote, a lot worse. So now he's facing, and like I said, I forget which videos Legal Mindset did that would explain his case, but basically, here's what we know from the get-go. So we know Gino to America because he is stuck. Like, he did not want to be part of it. We know Johnny Somali, a.k.a. Ramsey Kahlid Ismale, can't even speak right, is stuck in Korea on a travel ban. We know that he's got lawsuits like crazy, which could lead up to fines and stuff like that. And here's the one thing about Korea. If he does not have the money to pay his fines, then he has to go into, and they can allow him to go into forced labor to pay for his fines. At least I think that's how Legal Mindset explained it. But I will admit, though, karma really did get him in a big way. If he would have, I mean, like, and I'm not gloating my case here, guys, but if he would have, taken this lesson and thought, you know, I already got beaten up in several places. I've gotten my property destroyed. I've done all this stuff. Maybe I should call it quits and do something else with streaming. Then none of this would be happening. But instead, look where he's at. He was with two of his buddies. Both of them pretty much sailed him up the river and pretty much said, "Yep, you're on your own. Have a good day." And he's paying the piper alone. So, yeah, I hate to say it, but how he's using the Go and Marry to anime fans all around. If you guys have seen One Piece, you guys know what happened to the Going Marry. Now, Johnny Somali's Going Marry, let's just say a cannonball just shot that down and captain goes down with the ship. That's pretty much how I'm saying it. Captain goes down with the ship. Because Johnny Somali's Going Marry is nothing but cheaply built. If you're an anime fan and you know that the Going Marry was built with heart, then you guys know for sure. But anyhow, guys, that's what I wanted to come on here and say. Like I said in the description, I will provide clips and vids down below. I'm going to put both from Legal Mindset, both the uncensored and censored, if you guys want to see it that way. And I will post up clips if I can find them from the perspectives, because honestly, I wanted to put my stake in this and then show their angles and vice versa and pretty much go from there. But other than that, guys, if you guys like the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and favorite, comment down below. Like I said, if this video reaches 900 likes, or so. I will tell you guys the past story about dealing with a drunk who was harassing a woman when me and my friend was out at a restaurant. But that's only if I hit 900. If I don't hit 900, I'll save the story for another time. But anyway, Bach the Rock sign out. You guys have a good morning and a good day. And try to have a good one. Peace out, guys.